Let's understand tenses in easy language. So basically, a tense is a form of verb, and with the help of tense, we can just recognize or tell the timings of that action performed, whether the action is happened in the past, or the action is happening in the present, or in future. So understanding tenses and using them correctly is very important for an effective communication. So basically, there are three major type of tenses in English language. First one is present tense, second is past tense, third one is future tense. So basically, we have different type of tenses under the three major categories, that is present, past, and future, and they are subdivided into four subparts. So present tense is divided into four subparts, past tense is also divided into four subparts, as well as future tense is also divided into four subparts. And the four subparts are categorized into simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. So basically, all 12 main type of tenses depends on the context and the time of action. So let's start with the present tense. So what is present tense? Present tense is used to describe the current or present situation. It is a form of verb that defines the events that are currently happening. For example, I'm going to the work. The present tense is subdivided into present simple, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous tense. So we have different rules for each subpart. Let's start with the first sub. What is present simple? So present simple is also known as present indefinite tense, and it represents the habitual action or general truth of anything. For example, the sun rises in the east. So this is a general truth. For example, Jolly goes to school. So this is a simple or habitual action which occurs on the daily basis. So the rule behind present simple is subject plus first form of verb plus s or es plus object. It is for singular. When we are talking about singular, the rule is subject plus verb first form plus ses plus object. And when we come to the plural form, when we are talking something about plural, then its rule is subject plus verb first form plus object. For example, simple present tense singular. Rita goes to the school. Rita is the subject. Go is the verb form. And when we are using the first form of verb, that is go, G-O, then it must be used S and ES with that verb for singular. So Rita is singular, then we are going to use SES with the verb form plus the object, that is the school. So the plural form is like they play soccer daily, they play football daily, they play hockey daily. So this is the plural form of present simple. So let's come to the next subpart, which is present continuous. Now, present continuous tense shows the action which is happening in the present and will continue for some finite time. For example, the team is playing very well. So the action is happening in the present right now and will continue for some definite time. So the rule behind this is subject plus SMR plus first form of verb plus ing plus object. So here the difference is the helping verb, that is SMR, and SES is replaced by ing. Okay. So example for present continuous tense is I am eating pudding. She is writing a letter to the editor. Okay, so this is how we make present continuous tenses. Next is present perfect tenses. So the present perfect tense shows that action that happened in the past and continues into the present. For example, I have completed the assignment. So this means that the action happened in the past and continues in the present, which means I have been doing that assignment from like last day and still I am working on that assignment. So let's move to the next sub part of present tense, which is present perfect. So present perfect tense is always used for those actions that occurred at an unspecified time in the past with relevance to the present, which means it highlights the completion or the result of an action that occurred at an unspecified time in the past but is still relevant to the present. For example, she has completed the report. So the report is now finished, but it is started or occurred at an unspecified time in the past but still relevant to the present because she has completed. So the report is just completed. So the rule behind this is has or have plus past participle. Past participle means the form of verb is third here. Verb की form third. So the subject plus has plus verb third form plus object for singular. If you're talking about singular cases, it always used as has. And if you're talking about plural, then have. For the plural, we have the rule subject plus have plus verb third form plus object. So, for singular, he has just eaten food. So, he is singular, has for singular, verb third form, eaten, object is food. So, plural. So, plural means they. They have walked into the garden. So, here they are plural, so we are using have. So let's continue to the next subpart of present tense, which is present perfect continuous, which shows the action that started in the past and has continued until the current instant, which means that the actions that started in the past and are still continuing or have recently stopped, which means it emphasizes on the ongoing nature of that action which began in the past and continues in the present, still continues or has recently stopped. For example, she has been working on the report. It means she started working on it in the past and is still working on it or has just finished. So the difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous is the time of duration. So duration means present perfect, which centers on the completion or the results of finish, which is it's just finished. Next one is present perfect continuous, which means the ongoing nature that the process is still in action and continues in the present. The second difference is time frame. The time frame for present perfect is unspecified time in the past. We don't know the time in the past, but still has the relevance to the present, which means it is still related to the present. But for present perfect continuous, the actions started in the past and are still continuing in the present. Examples here differentiated. Present perfect, they traveled to France. It means they went to France at some point, but the exact time is not specified. The present perfect continuous, they have been traveling through France, which means they started traveling in France in the past and are still doing or just have finished.